businesses leave town, shut down and leave, what happens to the town? The town dries up, goes away. Or someone comes in with improper motives to buy it up and convert it into a community that nobody wants except somebody who's making dollars out of it. We don't want that to happen either. The first paragraph of this ordinance says the public policy of the city of Marion, North Carolina recognizes that being homeless is not a crime. But it then goes on to say there are various governmental and nonprofit organizations that provide various forms of assistance to homeless persons and families. While being homeless is not a crime, persons who are homeless, who violate city ordinances and the laws of the state, shall be treated no differently than persons who are not homeless. One standard, homeless is not part of the equation if a person violates the laws of the state or an ordinance. I have to point out one, which I think is an important technicality. The first notice of violation would only result in a criminal charge if the person resisted the police officer. If the person did not resist, there is no criminal charge. There's no criminal charge for being told, sorry, you can't stay here on public property. You can't stay in the park. You can't sleep underneath the sliding board and the swings and the picnic tables that our families use. You can't do that. So leave. You have to leave. If the person does that, they're not charged with anything. If there's a second violation, same thing. As long as they don't resist, there is no criminal charge. That's what I helped to draft this ordinance. I know what it says. There is no criminal charge unless there's resistance against the officer. So for multiple offenses, yes, it gets worse. There could be a criminal charge there, but it isn't automatically a criminal charge to begin with. Nothing that, whether we pass this tonight, whether we don't, the issue is not over. You may remember that my opening comments were that no matter what happens tonight, the issue is not finished, it's not closed. We will continue to have the conversations, because if this passes tonight, well, actually it can't pass tonight. It would be, this is the first reading. It wouldn't go into effect until being approved at a second city council meeting anyway, so. I wish that we had the ability to produce a solution. I would venture to say that every city council and every town in North Carolina and in the entire United States has the same wish. I've not heard of any place that has been able to put together the combination that's effective. That does not mean that we stop trying. That does not mean that we can't be the first to produce something that is effective, that recognizes the fears, the genuine fears of business owners